Istanbul had always been a city of lights, secrets, and whispers. For years, the Turkish entertainment world had thrived on rumors, who was dating who, which stars secretly hated each other, and which on-screen couples carried their chemistry into real life. But nothing stirred up more buzz than the unexpected pairing of Hande Erçel and Barış Arduç. If you liked the video, please subscribe and comment. It began innocently enough. A press release from ATV announced their new project Intensifying Gözyaşı. Fans were excited, critics were curious, and the media was hungry. Photos of the first table read leaked online, Hande in a sleek black blazer, Barış in his signature calm, composed look. They weren't touching, but their eyes locked more than once, and the internet exploded. "Look at the way he's smiling at her," one fan tweeted. "It's not acting, it's real," another insisted. Hande, still fresh from a very public breakup, laughed off the rumors during an interview. "We are just colleagues, nothing more," she said with her trademark grace. But even as she denied it, the cameras caught something different, the way Barış brushed his hand against hers when handing over a script, the way she leaned just a little closer than necessary when whispering a joke. Behind the studio walls, things were shifting. Long filming hours meant long conversations. Between takes, Barış would tell her about his daughter and how fatherhood changed him. Hande, vulnerable but strong, opened up about heartbreak, fame, and the loneliness it sometimes brought. By the time the first promotional posters hit the streets, something unspoken had already begun. Not love, not yet, but an energy neither of them could deny. And outside, Istanbul was watching. The first teaser of Intensifying Gözyaşı dropped on a Friday night, and within hours, it was trending worldwide. Clips of Hande Erçel and Barış Arduç holding hands in a rain-soaked street set social media on fire. Fans weren't just excited about the show anymore, they were convinced something more was happening off-screen. "New Turkish power couple in the making," read one headline. "Hande and Barış, acting or reality?" asked another. Hande tried to stay calm. During a magazine interview, when asked about Barış, she smiled politely. "He is a wonderful co-star. Working with him is very easy, he's professional, supportive, and very talented." But the sparkle in her eyes betrayed her. Barış, as usual, played it cooler. At a press conference, when a journalist teased about their chemistry being too real, he simply replied with a small grin. "Chemistry is part of our job. If people believe it, then we're doing it right." Yet even he couldn't fully hide the way he looked at her when she laughed. Cameras zoomed in, fans clipped it, TikTok edits exploded. Behind closed doors, the production team whispered. Assistants noticed how Barış lingered near Hande's trailer, how she always brought him coffee during breaks, how their inside jokes could light up an entire set. And though both insisted it was only work, every passing day blurred the line between acting and something dangerously real. The spotlight was getting hotter. The whispers louder. And neither of them knew if they wanted to stop it. The show had officially begun filming in Istanbul's historic neighborhoods, where the streets echoed with both Ottoman history and modern paparazzi lenses. Every day, the set grew more crowded with journalists trying to get even the smallest glimpse of Hande Erçel and Barış Arduç. The excitement wasn't just about the drama anymore, it was about them. A late-night shoot. It was almost midnight when the cast wrapped a particularly emotional scene. Hande, drenched from the artificial rain machines, laughed as Barış offered his jacket. "You'll catch a cold if you walk back like this," he murmured, draping the coat over her shoulders. Someone snapped a picture. By morning, it was everywhere, front-page spreads, gossip blogs, fan accounts. "Barış protects Hande on set," screamed the headlines. Millions debated whether it was simple kindness or something more. The dinner that changed everything. A week later, the rumors exploded again. A group of cast and crew went out for dinner after a long day of shooting. Barış and Hande sat next to each other, laughing, sharing food, whispering like old friends. One sharp-eyed fan caught a short video through the restaurant window, Barış leaning close, brushing something from Hande's hair, her face glowing in candlelight. The clip went viral overnight, pulling millions of views on TikTok under the hashtag #HandeBarış. Hande's manager was furious. "We can't let this overshadow the series," she warned. But Hande only sighed. "We're not doing anything wrong. We're just friends." Except deep down, she wasn't sure if that was still true. As days passed, paparazzi became relentless. Every coffee run, every glance, every shared ride was documented and dissected. Fans created montages with romantic soundtracks, tabloids printed speculative love stories. Barış, normally private, began dodging questions during interviews. But silence only fueled the fire. One evening, leaving the studio, a reporter called out, "Barış Bey, are you and Hande Erçel dating?" He paused, looked straight at the cameras, and with the faintest smile replied, "Some answers are better left to the heart." That single line set the internet ablaze. Behind closed doors, away from the noise, in the quiet corners of the set, things were different. Barış was steady, calm, a grounding presence. Hande, though cautious, found herself opening up more and more, about her fears, her heartbreak, her hope that love could still exist after everything. Sometimes, between takes, they'd sit on the rooftop of the studio building, sipping tea under the city lights. No scripts, no cameras, just two souls who understood each other a little too well. It wasn't a relationship yet. Not officially. But the tension was there, unspoken, undeniable. And as the drama Aşk ve Gözyaşı drew them into a fictional marriage filled with heartbreak and second chances, reality was beginning to mirror fiction in ways neither expected. By the third week of filming, the set felt like a city with its own weather, bright, crowded, forever humming. You could stand outside Stage B and hear everything. Wardrobe steamers hissed like trains, grips rolled metal carts, someone laughed from makeup and it echoed down the hall like a bell. Somewhere in that noise, a rumor could bloom, spread, and take root before lunch. Hande kept her head down. It wasn't shyness, it was focus turned into armor. She knew the choreography now: say good morning, hit the mark, find the light, breathe on the close-ups, give the scene everything and the gossip nothing. Still, the gossip kept coming. That morning's tabloid had a blurry photo from the rooftop, two figures side by side, paper cups in hand, city lights behind them. The caption did the rest. Barış saw it first. He found her near props, where a rack of fake wedding photos leaned against the wall, smiles that weren't theirs, a life they were paid to pretend. He tapped the folded paper with the back of his knuckles. "Rooftop," he said softly. "We've got fans with telescopes now." Hande glanced at the photo. In the grain, there was tenderness, or maybe people only saw what they wanted. "We were drinking tea," she said. "Criminal." He watched her mouth a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "You okay?" "I'm learning to be," she said. "I'm better when we're on set." The story makes sense there.